Welcome back to the 253 All Day Every Day podcast. My name is Chris, and if you've been paying attention, I'm wearing the same stuff as I was when I released the podcast last week. That is because I'm doing two in one day. Just trying to get stuff out of the thing. So if anyone is really paying attention, if you catch that, good for you. Leave a comment. Tell me how smart you are. I don't know. Something like that, dumb. Okay, well, today I'm going to be talking about one of the places I miss dearly from being stuck inside, especially after the beautiful week we had out of the fucking ash. That was amazing. So, and that I got to sit inside and just look outside for. But you know what? When you have COVID, you have to sit down for a little bit. That's just life. But we're going to be talking about today is Chambers Creek. First try, man. See, I told you I was gonna get better. Um, Chambers Creek golf course slash park slash activity place slash place to get to beach. Beautiful, 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 beautiful golf course. The design was after trying to model it after one of the original courses that you would see in the Scottish Highlands. If anybody is a sports geek like me, golf was originated in Scotland. Shout out to my Scottish brothers out there. Wallace clan, baby, was good. Sorry about that. So they designed it after the original courses, so it's a lot of rolling hills, not many trees. There's only one tree on the course actually that I think about now. It was actually put over the old paper mill. Was it the old no rock quarry? There used to be an old mill down there. I don't remember exactly which one. It's either the rock quarry or the old paper mill, but I'm not 100% sure. But so back in I want to say the 60s and 70s, it used to be an old mill down there. After obviously the boom went down, UP thought someone went in there, bought it up, and made it into a beautiful golf course. One of the one of the harder golf courses in the Pacific Northwest, and was actually recognized by it brought the PGA Tour. I don't remember which one it was, but I want to say the Amateur U.S. Open. I want to say, or it was the U.S. Open. I'm not 100% sure. I should have double checked my facts on that. My bad. But it did bring a PGA event to the course. That's what a lot of people are probably going to know about it because of that. But it's not just a golf course either. Obviously, tee lanes and stuff like that are pretty expensive, and the wait list I heard was pretty long. I'm not exactly sure how long. I'm not a huge golfer. I'll ask my buddy that's just got recently into golfing. I'll ask him a teaser thing, and I'll update you guys later about it. But that's just all the haunchy paunchy stuff. But the real fun part about Chambers Bay is the actual park slash dog park slash running trail, and the playground that's on the opposite end. So there's two different places that you can get into from the park. You can either go down from which way you're either coming. You can either go into the actual golf course parking lot, and then you go down a hill. And then once you go down the hill, you can park in that parking lot, which will be basically just an open park to anybody. It's a giant field. There's a dog park all the way on the far side of there, and two, there is beach access point from that spot. And that's also what you would consider the trailhead, I guess. It's a giant loop around the golf course, but that's one of the spots too. But be careful if you do start down there at the bottom. The big hill that you drive down is going to be the big hill you first walk up if you decide to go that way. Or not, you can walk just within the golf course, and then once you hit the big hill on the other side, you just walk back anyways, and if you don't want to experience any of the hills. Because the hills are definitely a high grade on both sides of the loop. There's at points probably a grade of like 10 to 15%, 15% being the highest grade, which can be difficult on people with, have bad knees, breathing issues. That can be a tough problem. So just be careful and be wary of that. So outside of the trail, the whole loop is actually a 3.5 mile loop. Great running, great conditioning place to go. Just like I was saying. If you can look over to over there, all the pictures that hopefully you were looking at while you were listening to this are all mine. That is a great area for sunsets, especially in the summer and the springtime. And how Tacoma sits, if you know how it sits, the sun comes up and rises, like in like the Glass Museum Park, goes up around Tacoma, and then at the very end, when it starts to set, it actually gives you an extra, probably like in the summer and the springtime, like an extra 30 minutes to about an hour, just because it goes over the hill and it's actually cresting. I think that I said that right. I don't know if I use that terminology right, but it's actually going down the opposite side of our globe, so it actually gives us a little bit more time, and it really brings out during that time, during that golden hour time, a lot of the reds, the oranges, a lot of warm colors. During the summer and the spring, we're very blessed here in Tacoma for having such long times. You get to experience the full color spectrum in golden hour, which is really, 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 really cool, and we're very fortunate for that. Which Chambers Bay is a perfect place. If you don't like to be an early morning person, you can catch it on the evening time. Just head out there during sunset, and golden hour down there is beautiful. Just be careful though, when you do go down there. There's not much shade. In the park area, they did plant trees now that have grown to a pretty decent size that you can sit under them, and they do offer pretty good shade, but it will get pretty hot down there during the summertime. The wind can kick up. A lot of people like to fly kites down there. It's a very good place to fly kites because it is flat with not many trees, so the wind does get whipping through there sometimes too, which is very, very cool. Sorry about that. Ooh, coffee time. Chambers Bay is also not just, a golf course and just a park, also too, but with it being a golf course, it does have a restaurant. The food there is, it's food. It's good. It's warm. I personally wouldn't talk too much of the town about it. It's more there for the view. Their patio is beautiful, especially during the summertime. Prices are golf club prices, so just be aware. You can walk out of there with a simple date night, and it could cost you up to, after drinks, easily to like 50 to about $70, depending on what you guys get, how many drinks you're getting, what kind of drinks you're getting, but you can definitely spend a pretty penny there. I have a few times, not by choice, but by people wanting to go there type of a situation, so be careful about that. My photographer rating on this is a 10 out of 10. 100%. I think all photographers, if you're in the Tacoma area, go down there during golden hour, during the day, go down there and think, oh, I just, by looking at my pictures, see, and I'll get better at this during the week. When I put more out, I totally skipped over this even in my notes. The Lock Bridge. So when you go down there, there is a beach access point, and I would like to talk about this too. There's a beach access point that when you park down at the bottom, when you go down the hill through the golf course area, you can go down, and when you cross, there's like a bridge. You have to walk, like there's a little mini area, so you can walk past the dog park, past the bathrooms, and you go over this little mini bridge, and people have started putting locks on there. Probably modeling it after, I think it was in France. I'm not 100% sure on that. I think I just saw it on the internet a few times and was like, okay, well, there's a few sources. I think France was one of the places in France. It was the original one where people, when they fall in love, and a lot of times it's like when they get married or they've been together for a really long time, they'll go there and they'll write their name on a lock, paint it sometimes, and then lock it there. And some people will throw the key out into the ocean, or they will mark up the key. It's just like a symbol of love, of like, wearing a wedding ring, or, that lock's going to be there and it's always going to have that memory until someone comes over there and cuts it off. But it looks like the park and the people that take care of the park actually enjoy it, which I'm really happy that they do, because you get really, really good pictures like this one right here, one of my favorites. That one is on my PicFair account that is below if you ever want to support me just in general, with everything that I'm doing. And if you can look, that is past another one too, where there is hundreds of them. There's a little walkway, more people put it on there. I encourage people, if you like that, that's something that you guys like to do, definitely do it. It's cool, especially if you're a couple from Tacoma. Do it. It's something that you always go down there. Makes Chambers Bay just a little bit more personal. Makes it feel like home a little bit more. So that's definitely something I needed to touch on too. There is a park also too that I would like to talk about. Going down the road a little bit more. There's two entrances: the golf course entrance, and then there's a second entrance where there's a park for the kids with a jungle gym. I know there's not, and it's a really really nice jungle gym too. Like it's a really really big. Not many places out there have it, and they keep it very very well up and nice and clean. Right now during COVID, not sure exactly, if that is the best idea. I mean, going to the park and being outside is good, but maybe probably the playground area is not the best idea. But they do have like a shaded there place that you can have a picnic if you want to, and if you don't want to be around the golfers, also, it's definitely a plus. And the wind doesn't get picked up as much either, and you're on top of the hill too, so you don't have to walk up the hill if you want to. You can just drive there and experience it that way also. Um, Outside of that, that's basically me talking about Chambers Bay Golf Course. That is definitely a good place to take people that are out of town. It's a little pocket there in Tacoma, UP area. Shout out to them. I'm really happy that they did that. They put it in when I was in high school, so it really helped me out with my training a lot. So once again, thank you so much for listening. My pick fair is there at the bottom. I know I didn't mention it on the podcast last week when I was talking about COVID or my COVID experience, which you should definitely check that one out if you didn't. Also, too, my Twitter and my Instagram, follow those. I also too will be having updates more too. And if you're a local Tacoma artist, hit me up. I'm really interested in helping you guys grow your brand. That's kind of the way that I want to go with this. I'm growing my own too, but on the same way, I want to help people out as much as I can on the way. So if you're a local Tacoma artist, you're looking for a photographer of you doing stuff like, let's say you are a potter and you're throwing pottery. I would not be down. I would not turn away an idea of going down there and taking pictures of you while you're throwing pottery. So you can put it up on your website. You can put it up on your you can put it up on your Instagram or stuff like that. I love doing that stuff. Don't worry. We can talk about compensation about that later between me and you. Don't worry about that too much. I just want to help out as much as I can, because more I can help you grow yours, I will learn as much more too. And I really think here in Tacoma we can be really self-sufficient as a city, as a community, and as a people. So I'm out. Love y'all. Peace. Thank you so much for listening.